Shalom class, my name is Innocent Mapanda. I hope I find you well. In today's lesson we are going to revise geometrical construction in line with paper 2, mathematics O level. Right, we are going to start with the first question. It reads, use ruler and compasses only for all constructions and show clearly all the construction lines and arcs. A triangular field PQR has dimensions PQ is equal to 30 meters, PQR is equal to 60 degrees, and arc PQ is equal to 45 degrees. Use a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 3 meters. So this is very important, right? If you are given a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 3 meters, it means that you divide the meters by 3. So 3 into 30, you get 10. So when drawing PQ, we are going to make use of 10 centimeters, where 10 centimeters is going to represent 30 meters. I hope you are following class, right? So let us start by drawing the baseline, which is PQ. Drawing the 10 centimeter line, you start from 0, right? So this is 0, right? Up to 10, like, then you indicate this is your starting point and this is your end point. Label this point P and label this point Q. Meters. I hope you are listening. Right, we move on to angles. Angle PQR is equal to 60 degrees, right? So it is very simple to construct 60 degrees. You take your compass, right? This sharp point or this needle, right, of the compass is going to touch Q, where the angle 60 is going to come. Right, then you open a radius of 3/4 of the line. Then you draw an arc, right, which starts from this point here up above Q. I hope you are listening. You don't have to change the radius, right? You take this needle, right? You touch this point, then you put a small arc like this, right? You connect Q with this small arc. So if I connect Q with this small arc like this, you get your 60 degree angle. I hope you are listening, class, right? Then you move on to another angle. Angle RPQ is equal to 45 degrees. So to construct 45 degrees, you start by constructing 90 degrees. Then you bisect the 90 to get the required 45, right? So how do you construct 90 degrees at P? Right, you draw what you call an extension line on the left side of P, like this. Then take your compass, touch P, right? Put an arc on the left side, then put an arc on the right side, like this. This is the first thing to do, right? Then after that, you touch this point, the first arc, right? Then open a radius of 3/4, making sure that your pencil is between P and the second arc, right? Then you put an arc above, you put an arc below. I hope you are listening. Do not change the radius or the distance, right? Shift the compass, touch the second arc, put another arc above, put another arc below. I hope you are listening. Then you take your ruler and your pencil, you draw, right, a line, making sure that it is passing through this point and this point, right? So to get the 45, we need to bisect the 90 degrees inside, right? So how do you bisect an angle? You start by drawing what you call an arc of any radius of your choice. And this arc is going to cut the north pole of P as well as the line PQ. I hope you are listening, right? After drawing this arc, you need to touch the point of intersection between the arc and PQ with the compass like this. Then you draw this first arc. Do not change this distance, right? Then you touch the point of intersection of the arc with the north pole of P, right? So that you intersect with the first arc, like this. I hope you are listening. So this point of intersection between the first arc and the second arc, we want to connect it with point P, right? But when drawing the line, let the line pass through that point of intersection so that it intersects with the line of 60 degrees that we drawn in the first part, right? So the point of intersection between the line of 60 degrees and the line of 45 degrees, this is where point R lies. So I'm going to label this point R. Then you get yourself 6 marks. I hope you are listening, class. But what you need to know is 30 meters is going to be used as 10 centimeters using the given scale in part A. Let us proceed. We are now moving on to part B of the question. It reads, a well is to be dug in the field, right, such that it is equidistant from PR and PQ and 15 meters from R. Construct the locus of points which are equidistant from PQ and PR. So if you follow the previous segment, which is part 2 of geometrical construction, in one of my videos on the YouTube, I told you that to satisfy the locus of PQ and PR, you have to identify a common letter which is appearing on the left side and on the right side. And that common letter is P. You can notice that P is on PQ and P is on PR. So you have to bisect the angle of the common letter P so as to satisfy this locus. I hope you are following, class. So where is P? Right. This is P, right? So we want to bisect this angle P, right? So to bisect an angle, you start by drawing an arc of any radius. So this is the arc of bisecting. I hope you are listening. Then you touch this point, right? Then you draw the first arc here. Listening, class, right? So I want you to connect the point of intersection between these two arcs here. The point of intersection between these two arcs here and P. I hope you are listening, class. So let us draw, let us connect, right? This is how you satisfy the locus of points equidistant from PQ and PR. Then you are warm and dry. Right, we are now moving on to part B2 of the question. Construct the locus of points which are 15 meters from R. 15 meters from R. So I need to convert this 15 meters by dividing it with the 3 meters, right? So 3 meters into 15 meters, you get 5 centimeters. Meaning 5 centimeters is going to represent the 15 meters, right? So this locus of 15 meters from R is represented by a circle where R is the center of the circle. So you start by measuring 5 centimeters, right? So when measuring, the needle of the compass must be aligned with 0. Then the pencil must be aligned with 5, like this. Then you go to your diagram where R lies, right? This is R, right? Then you draw a circle right round. You draw a circle right round, like this, right round, right round, right round. So this is the circle that you need to draw, where the radius of the circle, right, is being denoted by 15 meters. I hope you are listening. But we have questions like draw or construct the locus of points which are 15 meters from R inside the triangle. If there is if the examiner attached the word inside, for such questions you don't draw a full circle, but you just need to draw the part of the circle which starts from this point up to this point. Then you ignore the rest of the circle, right? For example, if the examiner asks you to construct the locus of points equidistant from PR and PQ, right? Yes, you do the two arcs like what I did, but when drawing this line, you need to stop at this point so that you don't proceed outside the triangle. So these are some of the concept that you need to master when attacking geometrical construction. Identify whether there is a word inside, because it is very, very important. I hope you are listening, class. Then we move on to part C. Mark and label the point W, the position of the well. Remember, the position of the well is being satisfied by the two loci in part B1 and in part B2. So you have to identify the point of intersection between those two loci, right? But remember, the well is to be dug inside the triangle. So we need to identify the point of intersection between the circle and this line which has bisected angle P. So label this W. This is the position of the well. I hope you are following, class, right? Then we move on to part D, which is the last part of the question. It reads, find the actual distance of the well from Q 2 marks. Right. So to find the actual distance, you start by measuring the length of WQ. So this is W, right? And this is Q. You have 6,5 centimeters. But remember, the examiner wants you to write the actual distance, right? So the scale is 1 centimeter as to 3 meters. So to find the actual distance, you have to multiply 6,5 with 3, right? So 3 times 5, you get 15, carry 1. 3 times 6, you get 18 plus 1, 19. 1 decimal place on 5, it means that the actual distance is 19,5 meters. Then you are warm and dry. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, right? So tomorrow I'm going to find another problem of geometrical construction so that I equip you before you write your final exams, right? So invite as many people as possible to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Innocent Mapanda Tutorials, so that many people may benefit before they write their final exams. Till we meet again, Shalom.